Good afternoon, lace jumping. I'm John. This is many a true nerd, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia, where last time we restored hope to Esperanza, and today we're diving in to one of my favourite dungeons in the game, the Dark Rift. So okay, everybody get ready, because yes indeed, we were warned, the Dark Rift is a bit on the weird side. Alright, just start moseying forward. Lovely. We even get, a super fancy ship save point on this occasion. But yes, what we're really after is various calm spots that lead straight through the Dark Rift. And you may note straight away, we don't have, a compass or anything. And also, everything's spinning, everything's weird, and oh yeah, as I say, everything is, a bit on the odd side in here. You may notice some of the islands appear to be breathing. Like, it's possible the Dark Rift is kind of alive. The game's a bit vague on that, but oh, it's just a really damn cool location. And also on top of that, hang on up here. Here we go, dotted around the dungeon, we're going to find, yes, these here shipwrecks glowing in yellow. These are basically treasure chests, but in this dungeon though, okay, I never really thought about this before, but when you consider I'm inside a gigantic modern battle cruiser and whatnot, this ship is way too big. That is a ridiculously large pirate ship, but whatever I suppose, and yes indeed. Go up to the ships, and you can collect something from them. On this occasion, moss armor. Old suit of armor crafted from moss found in the Dark Rift. Can only be worn by Athena or Enrique, so... okay, given Athena is so flimsy, anything that boosts her dodge, not a bad idea. We'll give that to her. So alright, just a mosey straight on down. I'm pretty sure I saw another shipwreck at the bottom of the room here. There we flipping go. So, yes indeed, this location is very odd in general. One seed, very nice indeed. And it is also, by design, rather bloody difficult to navigate. You've got weird stuff in the way, plenty of ways to navigate back and forth. There is a shipwreck that was sort of hidden out of the way upside down and whatnot. Make sure you don't miss that, especially given that one has got a new weapon for Vice. A legendary sword that can supposedly rip the fabric of reality and make dreams come true. Okay, that may be overpromising a bit. We're going to use it for 15 odd minutes and then trade it out for the next better sword that comes along as soon as we get to Yafutoma, damn it. And straight away we, yes, hit the real core of this dungeon, which is, it's a bit of a maze. Immediately, yes indeed, there are multiple ways you can go. Or to be precise, in fact, there aren't. If we just mosey over to this lovely area over here, we enter, a mysterious tunnel and whatnot. But yes, as we come out on the far side of this tunnel, you might think immediately this looks like, very good news. There is light ahead of us, we've already made it through. But instead, no. One of the tricks of the Dark Rift is, if you take a wrong turn, you get booted back to the start. It is very easy to get lost in here. So okay, straight back to where we were, and yes, one thing to look out for is the slight flash of red on a tunnel. That indicates it's the wrong way. Do not go that way, you will just end up back where you started. Instead, take a left to where we got the Dream Cutlass, go down a bit and take the other path, because this should be the right way. I say that, it's very easy to get lost, and naturally, you can get attacked in this dungeon, and if you do, that could just, further disorientate you a bit. But this here is a good starting point. It's a room we've not seen before. So, step one, just a mosey across here into the light. And yes, indeed, there are discoveries to be found right here in the void. You have found the Black Moonstone. This rare Black Moonstone holds tremendous power. It can turn positive energy into negative, and vice versa, but a practical application for this ability has not been found. There are rumours of a lost Black Moon, but the truth remains unknown, and Okay, this probably sounds like really important, like, the sort of thing that's introducing an idea that's going to be critical to the end of the game. This will never be mentioned again at any point during Skies of Arcadia. I don't know if maybe they were like, setting up a sequel or something. Like, the Black Moon was going to be in Skies of Arcadia 2, but there never was a Skies of Arcadia 2, so I guess we'll never find out. Okay, I'm already immediately cocking lost and have no idea which direction I'm supposed to be going in, but I may want to go this way first, but bloody hell, welcome to, yes, the cocky Dark Rift, because it's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare to navigate, and we're probably going to make some mistakes as we mosey on through. And get attacked on occasion too, but honestly, the locals are not actually that bad, all things considered. Like, they are the smallest bit of your trouble, really. They look a bit weird, I'll admit. Kinda, like eels and anglerfish and all that business. But, yeah, plenty of them are colour-coded purple, so Ika's room-clearing spells work pretty well. Yeah, as the game goes on, this kind of drops off in power a bit. It's not going to keep working for us forever, but yeah, Dark Rift, we're starting to see some enemies are just surviving it, so luckily, the rest of the team can, mop up with boxes, attacks, etc, etc. Okay, time to see if I was, like, going in the right direction, or if I'm going to be dumped right back at the start, and okay, now this looks pretty good. I think I've actually made it to precisely where I wanted to go. So, okay, I see a couple of ships. In fact, I see like 3 ships all lit up. So, right. Have I got to the room I want to get to? Have a mosey about. Sacrum crystals. Very, very nice indeed. That's never gonna flipping hurt. Hang on. Just make sure you're not, lit up, buddy. I don't think you were, but okay, handful more locals to deal with first. No trouble at all. Yeah, for the most part, this dungeon is a very large number of fairly weak enemies, so as long as you're good at dealing with crowds, you should be a-okay. Right, keep on keeping on, because somewhere around here, oh, I think we found it. There's one ship that's not just a flipping treasure chest, because we know people have got lost in here. Well, some of them have flipping survived. So first up, make sure we, rob the individual, etc, etc. Read his diary, and I've lost count of the days, no years since we were shipwrecked here in the Dark Rift. I don't even remember where we were headed. All of my shipmates have died, I am the only one left. I often wonder why I don't just let go and join them, but there's something holding me back, keeping me going. I can't remember anything. I don't even know my own name, though. Okay, if you've been paying very close attention to this entire series, you might be able to put a guess in as to who this individual might be, especially when we get a mention of a wife and a daughter. So hello there, good sir, because yes, indeed, I think we might just be able to help you out a bit. Sir, are you alright? Did you get shipwrecked in here? Who are you? I'm Vise, a blue rogue. What's your name? And I don't know. And yes, indeed, the lad's been in here, let's just say, a fairly large amount of time. I don't remember anything from before the shipwreck. I can't even remember my crewmates' names. And it appears he has amnesia. The poor man. The shock of being shipwrecked must have been devastating. I wonder where he's from. And yes, in flipping deed, here we flipping go. Polly, you may recall she mentioned her husband got lost many years ago on a journey to the east. And now we know precisely where he was going. He was one of the individuals who tried to make it to Yafutoma. Your hair's a bit longer than before and you've got a beard now, but I know it's you. I'd never forget you. You're my husband, Robinson. And Robinson, that's my name. And yes, that's right, it's me, Polly. Don't you remember? Anne and I have been waiting for you for years. Polly? Anne? And all of a sudden I suspect it's coming back to him. Marvellous! Yes, I remember now. Oh, Polly, I'm so sorry. You must have been so worried. I'm so sorry I left you alone for so long. And don't worry, Robinson, we've got you back now. Polly has found her lost husband, which is just cooking brilliant. And on top of that, Your name was Vice-right? I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because of you, I have been reunited with Polly. And Polly tells me she's a member of your crew now. And I would like to go with her. Could I come aboard your ship as a member of your crew? And yes, indeed, you're welcome to join us, Robinson. And there we go, Robinson joins us as our brand new sailor, which puts him in direct competition with Marco, in fact. So yes, Marco doubles spirit points for 1 turn. Meanwhile, Robinson, he uses a crew command just like Marco does to reduce the spirit point cost for all actions for a turn. So they kind of do the same thing, just in a somewhat different way. Honestly, I'm going to stick with Marco, because I feel like, sticking with Marco, it's more of a feel-good story, given how me and him have got a bit more history. So okay, I'm pretty sure there was one more lovely ship to grab up here, though I should stress, this is like, an optional side room. You can miss this room really bloody easily, because we are in a very weird wobbly maze right now. Just a bit further forward, grab the last bit of loot. That's just a handful of money, no trouble whatsoever. So, okay, back the way we came to the central Black Moonstone Cavern. Once we get back to here, I think we're supposed to be taking a right, but honestly, okay. I'm going to say, hang on, look for the colour. That one's kind of flashing red on the left, isn't it? Though, are they rotating? Or is the room just wobbling? It's kind of hard to tell. This one looks right to me. Though this may just take me back to, yes, the starting room where we got the dream cutlass. It's hard to cocky tell. But I think this might be the right way to go. Just, I do enjoy this dungeon. Okay, this looks new. I don't remember seeing this before. So, right, we have made it to a brand new area. Make sure we get all the loot on the way past. Completely ignore, the pulsating islands. I'm sure that's not a problem in the slightest. And, okay, bloody hell, we are swimming in moonberries right now. I've got more than I know what to do with. Like, seriously, I've never been this lucky before when it comes to moonberries. So, right, just grab the other bit of loot. Oh, and hello, sexy, another one of you lovely bastards to add to the pile. Yes, you're a Valor. We picked up one of these from the bird back in the day. Like, this is a very good emergency item during a very tough fight. Given, yeah, if you use it, it literally maxes out your spirit meter. Very useful as a get-out-of-jail-free card. Okay, that seems to be everything here, and by the looks of it, yes, we need to be moseying upwards, like, just follow the pollen into the top of the room. There we flipping go, just to make sure you, check around, don't miss anything, etc, etc. One more treasure McGibble right here. And that was not a treasure McGibble, that was Zivilyn Bane. Right, he does show up here, so okay, need to take out this poor bastard. Hang about here. Shouldn't be anything too complicated. Just, stick to standard Zivilyn Bane protocol. Make sure we, power up Vice, hit him constantly with everything, etc, etc. And yeah, because he is red-aligned, the Crystales box works really bloody nicely. Here we go, Cutlass Fury does about 2,000 of damage, Crystales doing good work too. Yeah, at a certain point in the game, Zivilyn Bane stops really being too much of a problem. Like, he can hit you pretty hard with his burst ability, but his problem is he doesn't really live long enough to do any long-term lasting damage to the team. And here we go, one more pair of Crystales and Cutlass Fury finishes the lad off, mag-flippin-nificent. That gets us one seed and also one chalice of blood. Beautiful, nice and creepy. And, oh, speaking of creepy, if you want to, you can actually go to the bridge while you're inside the Dark Rift. And if you do, would you believe? Yes, indeed. We put the shutters down and everybody's cocky terrified. Like, the special dialogue written for all the characters if you speak to them while you're in the Dark Rift. The remains of so many ships are down here, it's kind of scary when you think about it, says Pintar. And poor old Marco is, yes, definitely getting the creeps a bit too. The only exception being, the treasure hunter Domingo, who instead just looks at all the sunken ships and immediately wants to go out treasure hunting, and I'm gonna be honest, I cannot blame him. Like, we have been looting every ship we pass, that's true. Okay, keep on keeping on. I'm pretty sure this was, yes, the only rift leaving here, so if we're lucky, yeah, this should be a brand new room dead ahead. Here we go, one brand new room, though, right, you may notice a couple of things straight away, which is, one, a save point, and two, on yes indeed, the only way to proceed, something is alive, because, it wasn't just the wind that killed all these sailors. Some of them made it, 99% of the way through, and then something stopped them. And Enrique, I quite agree. What the cock is that thing? Because it is a bit on the creepy side. I don't know, this is probably its home, and it doesn't look like it's going to let us leave without a fight. So, okay, here we flipping go, let's take on this monstrosity. And yeah, as you can see from, the amount of yellow and red and whatnot, it is going to be, attacking us a fairly large amount. Still, I trust in the Delphine, so I think we can make this work. Okay, step one, just, give it a bit of a poke, see what happens when we attack it. Plus, on top of that, make sure we, apply the apple wax and make sure we get plenty of spirit in, because yes, we may be allowed to use the moonstone cannon next round. And then Enrique, you just guard on the dangerous turn. So, for the time being, let's just see what it's planning to do. Because this thing, the trick is kind of, it's not so much about the attacks. Instead, yeah, this thing is good at defending, and in particular, it's good at hiding. You may notice immediately, it's retreated into the Dark Rift. So, it can be a bit difficult to even land any damn hits on the thing. Still, we'll give it a go, just a fire into the McGibble, and okay, we hit it, but as you can see, it's got a lot of health next to what we've seen so far, and it's now ready to, hit us straight back again. So, alright buddy, what have you got for us? And the answer is a poison spray. So okay, it's literally come out of its hole in order to spray us with poison, but fortunately, we are a ship and not a character. So as a result, we can't actually, be poisoned. So, stay put and keep shooting, or alternatively, pull back bets. I cannot remember which option gets me the moonstone cannon. I'm going to stay put and keep shooting. Generally, when it's moonstone cannon, you want to, be as close as possible. And there we go, we did get moonstone cannon. Beautiful. So, naturally, we're firing that because why would you not fire that? And just for funsies, drop a torpedo on it at the same time. Brilliant. Not much else we can do, and there's no red this turn, so honestly, after that's done, just to focus up a bit. So, okay. Torpedo goes up, and will presumably, find its way back down, even though, we're inside the Dark Rift and whatnot. So, okay, just don't ask how torpedoes work inside the Dark Rift. I'm sure it's all fine. Much more importantly, oh, here we flipping go. One moonstone cannon, backed up by, apple wax and whatnot. Torpedo will be coming in at some point too, and you can't dodge the moonstone cannon, damn it. Okay, 50 odd K, so, right, for the time being, we're wearing it down. And yes, as Ika points out, it does keep disappearing into the vortex, so we've been lucky so far, given we did hit it with our only primary attack, but yeah, this thing's trick is, it's highly evasive. And that means when you do see the critical turns, when you get bonus accuracy and whatnot, that's when you're cocking lay down the fire. So on this occasion, yeah, just to refresh the apple wax, and then it's time for, oh yeah, sub-cannons, torpedoes, and main cannons, all on the critical turn, because yes, critical turn means not just bonus damage, but bonus accuracy too. Oh, and here we go. Everything is launched, everything's ready, and the torpedo missed, but we did do some good damage, so hopefully that's going to be enough too. Oh yeah, by any chance, buddy, did we just force you out of the vortex? There we go, do enough damage, and he can't hide anymore, which is going to make it much easier to finish him off. So yeah, now we can just use a basic cannons to start knackering it, and oh yeah, 7,000 with a basic cannon shot. I love it. Though just be aware, it gains new abilities too. Now it's out in the open, it can, you know, crack out some more powerful abilities. Though, honestly, not that powerful. Like, this fight is really not that tricky at all. Still, after one lovely freebie turn, it goes back inside. But at this point, okay, it's so knackered, we could basically, yeah, finish it off at no trouble. Here we go, he's popping out at just the right moment because I've been, you know, lining up a fair few shots and, oh, so close, buddy. Give it up, you're done. And here we go, one last lucky hit as he emerges from the rift and, okay, we have done a very good public service right there because that guy killed a lot of sailors. And as a reward, we pick up a handful of useful ship stuff. Brilliant. Oh, here we flipping go. Those twin propellers we were given by Centene back in the day. Yeah, dodge 10, quick 40. Our new timing valve is much, much better. And the new torpedo hits like a cocky truck. But, okay, you do pay for it with accuracy. As long as we focus exclusively on, you know, critical turns, I'll give it a go, yeah. Okay, quick bit of magic fixes up the ship, and with that, we should now be cocking through. Not the longest dungeon by any stretch of the imagination, but I do enjoy it. I think it's, you know, a really cool, interesting dungeon. And unlike last time, unless I'd, you know, just made a huge mistake, this should actually be the right cocking exit. We did it, we actually made it through the Dark Rift. Magnificent. I was worried for a second because, you know, the sky is about the same colour this side as where we went in. But we have done it. We're actually going to be able to see what lies east of the Dark Rift. We're making history as we speak. So okay, begin by moseying to the northeast because, would you cocking believe it, there might just be, you know, some new things to discover dotted around this bit of the world. Hang on, I know there's a discovery around here. You, sir, you look like a good island. And there we flippy go, we found yet another giant monster's nest. I should really stop discovering giant monster's nests. Like, I feel like it's going to end badly for me at some point. Still, on this occasion, this is good news, because yes indeed, a bird that builds its nest in rock faces, and for some reason they always travel northwards to human civilization to raise their young. So alright, if you see one of these, go due north, you'll reach civilization. Which I'm not going to do because I'm pretty sure if I keep going northeast, hang about. I know there's more discoveries to be made here yet, and in particular, you, buddy, you look pretty exciting, and the Guardian Walls. So, okay, I just love the idea of gigantic walls built in a universe where everyone flies around in airships. But there is actually a damn good reason for this, because these are not a form of defense. Instead, these walls were built by an ancient Yafutoma king as a place for lookouts to spot enemy ships before they got too close. So, yes indeed, just, you know, some really cool ancient ruins. Oh, and hello, sexy. You know we're under the blue moon now because, yes indeed, we've got blue loopers. They come in every colour, damn it, matching whatever moon they live under. So, okay, Ica, this is your cocking moment to shine, okay? Like, we have been setting you up to do ridiculous accuracy with your weapon, so you better hit these bastards. Though speaking of which, yes, at this point, you know, we've got enough spirit to use a Cutlass Fury in my first turn. So that's guaranteed to hit 2 and does physical damage, so, okay. Vice goes for one, Ica, you go for the other. Oh, bloody hell, they're running away before we can kill them. Okay, Ica, this one's on you, and... Ica, we have done a lot to optimize your cocking accuracy. This is embarrassing for you. So, that's a couple of discoveries under our belt, but yes, unfortunately, as we mosey a bit north towards where we believe Yafutoma to be, okay, let's just say we're not entirely going to get a warm welcome in these here parts, because Psycho points out, do you hear anything strange? I mean, besides the wind. And now you mention it, I can hear something, though I'm not sure what it is, and the answer turns out to be the Yafutomans have got a handful of interesting tricks up their sleeve. Including some very cocking fancy ships, and seriously, I love these boats. They are just amazing. Just look at that double dragon ship. That's just the best, and straight away, unfortunately, we're under fire. So, us and Yafutoma have literally not even exchanged a word so far, but we're already firing at each other. The Tenkou ship saying, do not think you can defeat us in our own skies. Prepare to meet your doom, strangers, and he's not wrong. You don't want to underestimate the Yafutomans under the blue moon, because the blue moon is the moon that controls the wind and water. So, as I say, these guys have got a handful of tricks up their sleeve. They are very good sailors. Still, for the time being, yeah, stick to what we were just talking about. Focus on the critical terms. So, okay. We can put ourselves a one torpedo right there. Fina, you just put the upper wax up. Lovely. And yeah, for the time being, just keep focusing. Let's see what they can do. Though, yeah, my chance hitting them with lovely, lovely torpedoes is not great. The Tenkou, yes, can manipulate the wind to basically have extraordinarily good evasion. So, yeah, we're going to be missing a fair few shots, but we just need to land, you know, a couple of good ones to wrap up the fight. So there's the upper wax looking good, and this ship's coming in with, right, spell damage, and not nothing either. 6k is a pretty solid amount. Still, let's see what we can do to you, and oh yeah, that's why you focus your damage on the critical turns, because you, buddy, cannot stand up to that. And had we tried to attack on, you know, a not critical turn, there's a really good chance we would have missed. And here we go, as Fina confirms, it appears that Yafutoman ships can climb to great altitudes. If they nip up too high, our cannons simply can't touch them. Still, for the time being, keep laying down the fire, and also, yes, do use the torpedoes, because torpedoes, of course, come from above, so they're immune to the whole dodge while up in the sky nonsense. So, okay. For the time being, they seem to be about on my altitude to begin firing sub-cannons, and, oh yeah, oh flippin' yeah, though, looks to me like, yeah, at the moment, they are trying to escape up into the upper sky. Whether we can even touch them at this point, I do not know. It's going to be difficult anyway, so give it a go, see what we can do. Nope, we literally cannot touch them when they're that high up. Yafutoman ships, bloody difficult to attack, because they can most definitely keep attacking me. Okay, looks to me like, yeah, they've come back down in the next round, and if we're lucky... Right, not quite finished off yet, but we're going into a critical turn, so our accuracy should be solid for the time being. Do not naff off into the sky, okay? Stay right there next to us, and if we're lucky... Okay, down you flipping go, but would you believe that's not the only trick the Yafutomans have got up their sleeve, damn it. Because here we go, in comes the Yin Yang, their double dragon flagship, but let's just say, this one doesn't want to fight us with cannons. Instead, they're moving to borders. And you know what, before we step outside to fight them, I'm gonna give Vise a tiny upgrade. After all, we're swimming in moonberries right now, so how about giving Vise his final ability? Vise unleashes the wrath of the air pirates on a single enemy for devastating damage. 21 cocking spirit to use this thing, but oh, it is cocking worth it. So, just a mosey outside, time to cocking lay the smackdown on these stupid losers. Westerners, we've been waiting for you. Oh, and you've got to say, that's a dramatic entrance. Literally waiting to ambush us on top of our own cocking ship. So yes indeed, lads. Who are you precisely? My name is Jaia, and mine is Mao. It is our mission to collect 1,000 swords. Okay, these lads are just badass, you can't deny. You must pick one of the two choices. Surrender and give up your weapons, or die, and we take your weapons. It is up to you to decide your fate. They're just so badass, I love them. And would you believe surrendering's not a good option? No, we're fighting, screw you. So naturally we're fighting both at once, they are blue aligned, so okay. Green and purple works nicely, and that is really good news because, yeah, that means the powerful Crystalla spells are pretty effective. Open up with a basic Cutlass of Fury. Obviously, Ica, you just power up Vise as you do at the start of every fight. Lovely. Fina, you just crack out the Crystallas too, and let's see how much damage that does. And for the time being, Enrique, you just focus for now. So, okay, Ica goes in first, and no trouble whatsoever, though, yes indeed. These lads can be a bit on the dangerous side. And speaking of which, here we go, they're immediately doing some anime nonsense. So, right, who are you targeting? Oh, cocking, naturally it's Fina. Right. Definitely hurts a bit. Gotcha. Though I'm not sure, like, they're deliberately targeting my weakest member or anything. I think that, was mainly by accident. And, you know what? That wasn't so bad. He just took a lot of damage, given that was only 400. So, okay, he's not got, that much health or anything. Just to pop you down, buddy. And, ooh. I'm kind of sad now I didn't attack with Enrique, because Enrique could 100% have finished them off. And, alright, you kick over Ica, but she does a pretty good job standing up to all that noise. So, okay, good. Good. Now, I'm going to say, probably the best thing I could do for now is Rain of Swords, because that's going to finish off the weak one, and also do some good damage to the other. Meanwhile, yeah, Ica. Probably best we do a Sacrum Crystal. Just heal up you, and also Fina. Speaking of Fina, yeah, you just guard in case you run into more trouble, because Enrique is not in a position to do Justice Shield, so just at that guy with a light tap. Zhao comes in for a basic attack, and nothing too dangerous there, and you know what? That's good. And the counter is vicious as well. So, okay. Here comes the Rain of Swords, you stupid losers, because, you know what? You want swords? Here's some cocking swords. And, oh, yeah. Oh, flippin' yeah. They hit hard, but they've not got that much health, really. And okay, the Sacrum was probably unnecessary, but we've got plenty of money. It's fine. It's a good security policy. And if we're lucky, blimey, Enrique might. No, he doesn't quite get the kill. Dear oh flippin' dear. Right, everybody guard aside from Vise, because yes, as I was expecting, you're coming in for a big attack. But with a guard up, it's not so bad, so in which case, Vise, give him a taste of those swords he was looking to steal. And there we go, get off my cocking boats. Though naturally, of course, this being Skies of Arcadia, they're not dead or anything, they're just going to flee and we'll probably run into them later. So yes indeed, Westerners, you are stronger than we thought. We must report this to our commander. And seriously, they're so badass, just jumping off the boat in order to be caught by their boat that's waiting off the side of ours. Just, oh, you magnificent sexy bastards. We rule the skies of Yafutoma, and we are known as Tenkou. Westerners, we shall meet again. And indeed, I'm sure we shall, as they just take their boat up to an altitude we literally can't follow. Okay, these guys are magnificent. And yes, indeed, how can they fly so high? Well, you know what, Vise? Maybe if we spend a bit of time here, we might be able to figure out the secrets. Oh, and by sheer coincidence, literally the exact location where we had that fight, we've stumbled across another discovery. The Spice Island, a small remote island where a pure spring nurtures a wide variety of herbs and spices. Presumably a reference, of course, to the fact that, yes, we're in kind of, the far east of the Skies of Arcadia universe, which was of great interest in the Western world because of the delightful spices you could find there. And if we mosey just the tiniest bit further north, I can't help but notice, yes indeed, a much larger wall stretches out in front of us. We have reached the border of Yafutoma proper. Still, I would say, having made it through the Dark Rift into the edge of Yafutoma, how about we call it a part there? But next time, we are going to be moseying into the Yafutoman Empire and saying hi to the locals, and don't worry, most of them are a fair bit more friendly than the Tenkou we just ran into. So hopefully, you are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Skies of Arcadia. Thank you very much, and goodbye. If we just hide the bodies, nobody needs to know about this. Yes! My stupid plan has worked! It turns out I'm a genius! The giant rat scorpion is not gone! Oh, hang on, there's more yet though, I'm still being very shocked. Guys, where's the NCR? Nobody needs to know.